Ready for a mind-bending trip into naval engineering? Imagine a steel and tech floating city. Ask yourself, can 5,000 sailors find intimacy in the largest U.S. aircraft carrier's complex hallways and busy decks? How does a human spirit adjust to these marvelous vessels? Join us as we discover life's secrets, struggles, and victories on an engineering marvel that transcends imagination. Life on U.S. Navy aircraft carriers is regulated. Order and discipline are needed for these vast floating cities, which house thousands of sailors. The rules assure carrier safety and efficiency. Aircraft carrier sailors must follow a routine. This involves tight feeding, work, and sleep patterns for 24/7 operations. To avoid sickness and maintain a healthy atmosphere, personal hygiene and cleanliness are strictly enforced. It aggressively enforces safety procedures. Flight operations, munitions handling, and other dangerous jobs require sailors to wear protective gear and follow safety procedures. It requires discipline and respect for authority. Disobedience or misbehavior can lead to suspension or dismissal. The organization maintains a zero alcohol policy to prioritize safety, operational readiness, and personnel well-being. This policy strictly forbids employees from drinking alcohol on the job. This policy aims to eradicate alcohol-related workplace dangers and impairments. The company enforces a zero alcohol policy to promote good judgment, cognitive function, and decision-making. This policy also fosters professionalism and responsibility. It helps people focus without alcohol-related interruptions. It also prevents accidents, boosts efficiency, and safeguards crew members. This policy stresses employee safety and well-being, creating a safe and secure workplace. Gambling is banned to avoid conflict. Gambling is often banned to protect people and communities from the dangers of excessive or unregulated betting. Money issues are one cause for the ban. Gambling can make people too focused on winning or losing. This can cause disagreements and fights. This is banned to reduce conflict and foster harmony. Gambling bans discourage addiction and promote responsible decision-making, creating a welcoming environment. It protects vulnerable people from excessive gambling, which can harm finances, relationships, and mental health. Certain environments ban personal electronic devices for security and attention. This regulation reduces device-related dangers and distractions. Organizations can secure sensitive data and maintain system integrity by implementing limits. Smartphone and tablet connections and vulnerabilities pose security risks. Malicious software, hacking attempts, and data leaks can threaten the security of digital infrastructure. Personal devices also distract from important work. Restricting personal electronics helps employees focus on work. Without continual digital distractions, employees and students can focus on their work, improving productivity, collaboration, and engagement. It ensures security and a focused work or academic environment. The possession of firearms is forbidden on the premises for security and safety reasons. Such a strategy would be put in place to forestall any unsafe situations or inappropriate weapon use. Reducing the potential for injury to oneself and others is a primary concern for the group. Hence, the members' personal firearms are not permitted. To preserve order and prevent disruptions in the chain of command, officers and enlisted personnel are not allowed to socialize outside of official functions. The purpose of this rule is to eliminate the potential for favoritism, bias, or other improper influences resulting from personal relationships among employees. A well-defined chain of command guarantees that decisions and responsibilities are carried out fairly and efficiently throughout the business. The organization's dedication to safety, control, and an atmosphere that promotes discipline, respect, and the well-being of its members is reflected in both of these policies. There are stringent procedures in place to crack down on drug use in this area. To guarantee that the rules are followed, the authorities have instituted a thorough system of random drug tests. The purpose of this random drug testing is to promote a drug-free workplace and dissuade potential offenders. The use of tobacco products is also severely limited here. Authorities have taken a hard line on prohibiting smoking due to the recognized health risks and the increased danger of fire occurrences. The harmful effects of smoking on public health and safety are reduced by the enforcement of stringent restrictions and the creation of designated smoking spaces. This neighborhood has implemented smoking bans and random drug testing policies in an effort to make its residents' living conditions healthier and safer. These steps are indicative of a desire to safeguard citizens against the negative effects of drug and tobacco usage. In order to maintain professionalism and discipline within an organization or institution, infractions of the dress code are taken very seriously and dealt with in the strictest manner possible. Establishing a sense of uniformity and reflecting the organization's ideals and standards can be accomplished with the help of a clearly defined dress code. Individuals are better able to project a unified front, which is beneficial to the development of a cohesive and professional atmosphere when they adhere to a set dress code. Keeping a professional demeanor and a regimented work ethic requires that illegal absences be strictly prohibited. This strategy not only guarantees that operations are carried out in a seamless and effective manner, but it also ensures that everyone involved remains safe. Absences that aren't permitted cause a disruption in the workflow. They leave communication lines open, and they might cause important activities to be completed late or incorrectly. Organizations and institutions have the power to foster an atmosphere that promotes accountability, respect, and a robust work ethic by placing emphasis on the relevance of following the dress code requirements and discouraging illegal absences. These kinds of measures help to create an environment that is well-structured and productive, which in turn encourages the accomplishment of corporate goals and objectives. The establishment had instituted a stringent ban on pets, with the exception of working or service dogs, for the sake of preserving order and concentrating on more important matters. The purpose of this law was to make sure that everyone who lived there may live in peace. The establishment acknowledged the significance of pets as companions, but its primary focus was on maintaining an environment that encouraged productivity and professionalism. In a smaller vein, the prohibition extended to activities in the political sphere, unauthorized business ventures, and unauthorized ornamentation. The establishment's goal was to preserve the unity of its members by not allowing these activities. Additionally, it wanted to steer clear of possible diversions or disputes that could result from members' personal or political objectives. The policy highlighted the organization's commitment to the cultivation of a community that is cohesive and driven by a common purpose. By adhering to these standards, those working inside the establishment were encouraged to concentrate on their job and common goals, thereby establishing an environment that is conducive to collaboration and success. This strategy attempted to establish a cohesive and fruitful environment for everyone involved in the process. There are rules in place governing the use of combustibles, the making of unapproved recordings, and the storage of food and drink that are intended to keep the facility safe and orderly. The purpose of these regulations is to forestall future threats and keep things safe. Accidents and fire hazards are always possible when flammable materials are present. Therefore, to safeguard the safety of everyone in the area, their usage and storage are prohibited at all times. Because they violate people's right to privacy and can cause problems for the smooth running of the space, audio and video recordings without permission are not allowed. By prohibiting the use of such recording devices, people's personal space and ease are protected. As an additional measure against dirtiness and contamination, no unlawful storage of food or drink is allowed. The cleanliness and hygiene of a location might be compromised if food or drinks are stored there without the required permits. Keeping to these rules is important for everyone's health and happiness because it ensures a safe atmosphere, protects personal privacy, and keeps everything neat and tidy. Maintaining safety and trust prohibits sleeping on duty. Dozing off in military, maritime, or other high-risk situations can be deadly. Sleeping on the watch is forbidden since staying awake is crucial. Staying awake and focused during the shifts ensures staff safety and task completion. Sleeping on a watch endangers the sleeper, their coworkers, and the mission. Sleeping on a watch also erodes team or organization trust. It lowers trust in a person's reliability and responsibility. A betrayal of confidence can have serious repercussions for teamwork and cooperation. Thus, the strong rule against sleeping on a watch reminds one of the severity of one's task and the need to stay watchful and attentive for safety and trust. Promote an inclusive and courageous atmosphere. This policy recognizes and respects the community's many faiths. Recognizing the very personal character of religious views, the goal is to ensure that no one feels compelled or pressured into adopting one. By not preaching, people can freely practice their faith while respecting others. To maintain commitment, discipline, and unity, unapproved uniform modifications are usually disallowed. Military, school, and company uniforms symbolize identification, teamwork, and professionalism. Organizations can foster unity by standardizing their appearance. Unauthorized uniform alterations may undermine these values and cause divisions or distractions. We hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like this.